Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you saw from the title of this video, it's gonna be, I guess, my first Halloween video, which I'm super excited about. I have an idea in my head and I've looked online to kind of see if there's any inspirations, but honestly, I looked on Google, I looked on Pinterest, and there was like really nothing out there, so it kind of made me more excited to try this. But I really hope that I can execute it, like whatever is in my head, and like what I bought, I really hope that it comes through, because if it doesn't, this is gonna be a fail and I don't want it to be a fail. I'm wearing a shirt, heads up. You guys can't tell, but there's like 3, 4, 5 of my husband's black tees behind me. Don't tell him, because I don't have a black backdrop and I wanted a black backdrop. So I basically want to do a full skull using candy. Yeah, I know. I really don't know how this is gonna come out. I really hope, I'm praying that this comes out dope, because in my head it sounds cool. Before we get started, I wanted to I say basically a lot. I was thinking of doing like a whole bunch of different kinds of candies, which I am using like a variety of candies, but for the majority of the skull, it's going to be jelly beans. And I didn't want to do like a black and like white candy skull. I wanted to make it pretty colorful. I purchased black jelly beans, but these are the knockoff jelly beans, because the actual jelly bean brand, Jelly Belly brand, they were like $6.50 a pound, and I was like, no way, Jose. So I bought the generic brand. I hate black jelly beans, are fucking gross, and I bought way too much. But the only crappy part is that the knockoff brand, they're a little bit bigger than like the regular brand. As you can tell, they're pretty big. So what I basically did is I cut off the ends of it. This is what I have. So I'm gonna glue down the ends of it to my face. And I have a knife and cutting board just in case I need more. That's gonna go in places that I need black. And I'm gonna be using like paint and eyeshadow as well, but for the majority it's gonna be... Oh, and also, my bad. To help me kind of with like the black part of the skull, I bought some, I guess, just black licorice. But what sucks is that when I started cutting it, I noticed that it was more of a brown. So I was like, so this, oh, fucking smells gross. So this is that big ass licorice piece, and I just kind of cut it into little strips, because I was thinking of kind of like where this part, you know, meets. I might have to maybe paint this in black or something, because this is reading brown. I mean, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but compared to the jelly beans, it's reading brown. And for the teeth, I randomly found these vampire teeth. So what I did, I basically, I cut off, here, let me take one out. They look like this. So I cut off the red part, and then I kind of cut the sides as well, and just kind of try to morph them into kind of actual teeth. And this is what I came up with. Ah! They look like this, like little actual teeth. Wait, they go down here. And I thought that was so cool. And for like the rest of the skull, kind of what is the white part of it, I'm going to use jelly beans, and I'm going to use colorful ones. So I got a whole bunch here, and this is a knockoff brand too. Luckily they were smaller than the black jelly beans. So I'm either going to cut them in half, I'm not too sure, I haven't done that yet, or I'm just going to pretty much like glue them like full. I think I'm going to do the full. I hope it works, just because I really wanted to show that it's like a jelly bean. I'm going to glue everything with some spirit gum, and you want to make sure you have some spirit gum remover, because it's pretty hard to get out. I'm using a white eyeliner just to kind of map out what's going where. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to do a voiceover, just because if I talk through it, it's going to take me a lot longer than what it's going to take me. It's still going to take me a long time. Prepare for a voiceover? No. Hey dudes, welcome back. Alright, so here I'm just kind of feeling wherever my bone structure is, and then I'm just going to map it out with the white liner. Alright, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild face paint using a paintbrush because you do not want to mess up your makeup brushes. Been there, done it, no fun. But anywhere you mapped out with white, you want to darken with black paint and then just set it with some black eyeshadow as well. And now I'm going to move on to the spirit gum. So you want to take a clean brush, another paintbrush, and you want to work in small sections and wait a little bit for the spirit gum to get tacky and then apply the jelly bean, because if you don't let it get tacky, then it's just going to get slippery and it's going to be more work for you. But pretty much do this wherever you're going to put black. So now that we have both eyeballs, I left out my lid space alone just because it kind of interfered with my blinking. So I'm just going to leave that alone. And now I'm just going to move on to filling more areas with black, setting it with shadow, and then applying spirit gum, waiting till it gets tacky, jelly bean, anywhere where you see there's black. Okay? Gluing that little string, that little piece of licorice there, and then I'm just painting it with black because it was reading a little bit brown, and gluing more jelly beans, and I realized that doesn't really look appropriate, but it's okay. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place, but now I'm moving on to another clean brush, a bigger brush, and same concept, putting some spirit gum, letting it get tacky, and putting my colorful jelly beans. Now I did notice that when there's like that paint, the jelly beans didn't really stick that well. They were kind of sticking a lot better to my bare face, so just a heads up. And in little crevices that I would see, I would kind of cut a jelly bean in half so it fit a lot better, like you see here, that little blue one that got smashed. Look at me eating my own supply. So this whole thing is pretty repetitive. It did take me a good while to stick everything on. Stuff kept falling, mainly on the black part areas. Like I said, the paint kind of made it a little bit harder to stick, but same concept all around. Alright, moving on to the teeth. Same concept, spirit gum, let it get tacky. Now, you do not want to place any like white or yellowish jelly beans around the teeth area, just because you want to make sure those teeth that are somewhat white stand out. And taking a finer little brush, I guess a little pencil brush, you just want to take some black paint and kind of fill in those gaps, just to give it some more depth in there. After you got your full face of candy, just kind of do some touch-up work and throw on a snazzy wig. I will leave the link in the description bar. And I just painted my bottom part with black, added some more of those vampire teeth, and bam! No. Fuck. I feel like I look like a crooked, retarded skull. Boo bitch.